you. You know, the stupidity of some people ceases to amaze us. Not to be cliche. Wow, huh? Unbelievable. Thank goodness there are aware people to keep an eye on things the best they can, and it's not fair to them and cause extra work for them because people are ignorant. But thank goodness we have forces to help pick up the pace where they know we have so many ignorant people blind to reality who believe a lot of childish things, and it puts people in danger. So yeah, we've had to protect ourselves from that for quite a while. It can get pretty confusing with so many different teams and eyes and concerned citizens. Yeah, no, the stupidity just when, you thought it couldn't get any dumber. Wow, right? Thank goodness there's aware people out there. We know you can't prevent everything and that, something could happen at any moment to any of us. But thank goodness there is some awareness. It's almost as though they want them to get killed, right? You would think so, the way they act. They're more concerned about teaching people lessons than they are about the children's health. And that's apparent. That's what you call ignorant warmongers, stupid pigs, dumb cunts that should burn in hell forever and ever. So sorry if you're one of those people, it's nothing personal. I know that sucks too when it's someone near and dear, if it's a family member or someone you thought you knew and trusted or at least expected could be rational and not put other people in danger for selfish reasons, especially children, really anyone. They're nasty, sick, disgusting, lying, horrible people. They like drama. I guess there hasn't been enough innocent death and suicide for them. They want more excitement. Sick pigs. Chapter 20, page 539. Zophar's second speech. We do the best we can. It sucks we have to speak that way. I don't like it. It's horrible people are doing things that bring us to speak that way. And there are nicer ways we could convey that message. Not everyone's in a position to be so harsh as we are. And I guess some need to hear it harshly, and where not everyone's in a position to do that, where we're already dead and in the role to do that. Maybe we'll take the lead, the back, relay, whatever you like. I'm good, thanks. How are you? The best we can, right? Yeah, wow. Did you hear that? Unbelievable, right? You can't. I know, and you're trying to get through to them in that moment. You realize you sound like a pig and you should burn in hell forever and ever for what you're saying. Do you want them to die? Do you not care? Oh, did you care in 2017 when you went to Canada? It's 2025. We're talking about concerns right now. This is the immaturity we're dealing with, like literally grown adults. And they do stuff like that at you while you're trying to talk about serious things. I know we do it sometimes in skits and stuff. Wow. I don't know. And they told me to go back to my room in my schizophrenic world. Okay. It's so weird. And it's fine. Schizophrenic or not, is there a threat? Schizophrenic doesn't mean dangerous and needs to be locked away, but for some reason they think that. I don't know. Some of them do. Some of them actually think that. They don't understand. And we've been trying to help them understand those things very much so. Yeah, good luck. Not too many seem to care to try. So many have their own circles and communities to worry about. So it's horrible. It's really bad. Huh? Zophar's second speech. Then Zophar, the Naamathite, spoke and said, "A rebuke which puts me to shame I hear, and because of this I am disturbed. So now my thoughts provide me with an answer, and from my understanding a spirit gives me a reply. Do you not know this from olden time, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the impious but for a moment? Though his pride mount up to the heavens, and his head reach to the clouds, yet he perishes forever like the fuel of his fire. And the onlookers say, 'Where is he?' Like a dream he takes flight and is not found again. He fades away like a vision of the night. The eye which saw him does so no more, nor shall his dwelling again behold him." Thank you. "Though his frame is full of youthful vigor, this shall lie with him in the dust. Though wickedness is sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue, though he retains it and will not let it go, but keeps it still within his mouth. Yet in his stomach the food shall turn, it shall be venom of asps inside him. The riches he swallowed he shall disgorge. God shall compel his belly to disown them. The poison of asps he shall drink, and the viper's fangs shall slay him. He shall see no streams of oil, nor torrents of honey or milk. Restoring his grains, he shall not enjoy them. Though his wealth increases, he shall not rejoice. Because he has oppressed the poor and stolen a patrimony he had not built up. Therefore his prosperity shall not endure, and his hands shall yield up his riches. Though he has known no quiet in his greed, his treasures shall not save him. When he abounds to overflowing, he shall be brought into straits, and naught shall be left of his goods. God shall send against him the fury of his wrath, and rain down his missiles of war upon him. Should he escape the iron weapon, the bow of bronze shall pierce him through. The dart shall come out his back, terror shall fall upon him. Complete darkness is in store for him. The fire which shall consume him needs not be fanned. The heavens shall reveal his guilt, and the earth shall rise up against him. The flood shall sweep away his house with the waters that run off in the day of God's anger. This is the portion of a wicked man, and the heritage appointed him by God. You're welcome. Doing okay, thank you. How about you? It's good to hear from you. Oh, you too. Hello. It's been a while. It does. It makes me really sad to hear grown adults acting that way and responding the way they do. How they've put the children in danger over the years with these games, completely ignoring a lot of the very serious things happening and casting them off as completely different things. Mr. LaJoy, when he committed suicide, is a great example. And what they still say as to why he committed suicide. He was trying to tell them. It makes me sick, too, how they're still putting people in danger. Just the ignorance and the ignorant response to the situation this morning. Yeah, totally disappointed. Yeah, so it's not about talking to anyone. We're talking to an energy. Anything, anyone, ignoring these things and putting our children in danger. All over the world, children of all ages. This ignorance. People know what we're talking about. And to see the level here with specific things and them using the children like little pawns, just keeping them in their rooms on their computers, taking them out whenever they need to use them for a little pawn, teach people a lesson, bring them out, showboat them. It makes me sad. There's so many great things I bet they would like to do. I'm not allowed to get involved with any of that. That's very frustrating. Oh yes, I'm sure I'd just have them. Some say I'd have them wearing pink aprons and blowing bubbles all day. Yeah, others say I'm going to turn them into a what? Others say this, others say that. Whatever fits their story. There's a lot of people around here protecting their bullshit for years. It's 2025. We have 4 children here. Okay, the vaccine injuries go back to 2006 and the infectious disease specialists we're dealing with. And to see the adults here responding the way they did. So yeah, you're a stupid cunt and a pig if you're going to continue to put children in danger and ignore these facts and concerns. Whether you're my mother, my father, brother, sister, family that's disowned me, police officer, DHHS worker, CPS worker, whoever you are, citizen, homeless person, store clerk, lawyer, I don't really care. Republican, Democrat, liberal, none of that. Catholic, Jewish, what kind of Catholic? How fucking stupid. And people continue over and over again to ignore the very serious concerns. Yeah, the responses, especially this morning, it breaks your heart. It makes you sick when you see the immaturity and the things they say. It doesn't even make sense. Right. As in, why would you make a decision here and now today? You just put somebody in danger and you're responding as though you don't care. And when we ask you, do you not care at all? Do you want more innocent people to get killed? And their response is, oh, you cared a lot in 2017 when you ran away to Canada. In a very childish way, too, the way they say it. I imitate them sometimes. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, you mean like you did in 2017 when you ran away to Canada? Yeah, go back to your room, you schizophrenic. He's probably safer there than he is here with you. Okay. And that's just the ignorance. That's fine. That's just the ignorance we're dealing with. No, it's not hard. And that's exactly how they talk. And it's very dramatic. They don't let you get a word in. They just keep going and going. Who the fuck knows? But anyways, oh well. All's forgiven. All you can do is, like every other day, hope and pray. It's not really good to worry too much about those things. Exactly. And we like to think the best, actually, and be positive. It's just sometimes when people make really stupid decisions, it's pretty much to us, with our level of awareness, when people make those kind of decisions, and they have yet to acknowledge their lack of awareness and childish beliefs. It's really scary what's happening here in this community. You don't know what else to do. It just makes us sad to see their behavior and how they act and disregard and act like children, immature, nasty children, calling people names. trying to justify ignorant decisions made today, putting people in danger. Because I ran away to Canada in 2017. Okay, so you just said I'm a crazy schizophrenic, so alright. So that means we can just keep making stupid decisions and putting people in danger because you think I didn't care in 2017 when I ran away to Canada? And why did I run away to Canada? So the reason they believe Mr. LaJoy shot himself, and the reason they believe I ran away to Canada, just those delusions, well, that raises the alarm, and that does help people, keep an eye on things somewhat, seeing their level of ignorance and my spontaneity. I think they know I'm pretty in control. It can seem spontaneous and out of control, sometimes misdemeanor-ish, so. Nothing too bad though, right? Very minor. Yeah, when you look at the timing too, it explains it all. It actually helps again to justify and explain everything going on here. Other things they won't talk about. They don't like talking about that. They don't like talking about the incidences that justify their stupidity. Just what they say about why he killed himself and why I ran away to Canada should tell you their delusions. It's what they believe, and it's really sad and disturbing. Very scary to us, because in 2017, when you look back, it's all documented. When we ran away to Canada, we were trying to get our daughter to a doctor. We had made her an appointment. That should be documented. Who knows? Alright, so it would have been about April of 2017. It was down by Freeport with a neurologist. We didn't make it there in time, did we? Something happened on the way. I don't know. Ambulance was called. Something happened to my heart. You can probably check that too. An ambulance came right around that time. I think twice. It was very scary for me with everything going on in this awareness and already the years and seeing how confused people were. We had tried to talk to them a few times, and each time bringing it up, they go into a panic. Don't you start talking that way or they'll lock you up. About the facts, right? That was pretty scary. Also around that time, Lori Garland, who worked here, thought my parents were listening to her. And then she thought it was China listening in through her devices. I said, Lori, even if they were, so was. Are you doing anything that they would hold against you? I was just trying to calm her down because she was paranoid about things. She was getting gaslit pretty heavy by different loops and groups. By then we had already dealt with quite a few loops and groups of the hazing and the Tate games. It was really sad. Yeah, her husband started cheating on her and all messy. She had a drinking problem too. It was sad. Sharp corner, yeah, car accident. I think alcohol might have been involved. Bound to happen, right? There was a lot going on then. Doctor's office told me I needed a vein surgery or I was going to die. Still haven't had the vein surgery 8 years later. I mean, I'm dead, I guess. I say that all the time, right? So technically, I guess they were right. I should have stayed and had the vein surgery, huh? I don't know, maybe I could have been more help to them drooling on myself in a wheelchair. Absolutely horrible. So just to give people an idea what we've been dealing with in the meantime, between time with the online activity and stuff with them. And for them to respond that way so carelessly, it makes us sick. I don't care who you are. I really don't care who the fuck you are. You could be Mother Teresa, God himself, Mother Mary. I really don't care. You're a fucking stupid cunt, and you should burn in hell forever and ever, Mother Mary. Jesus, motherfucking Christ. Really don't care. Yeah. Yeah, for people to be making those kind of decisions and putting people in danger, that is the root of all evil. And the way they respond with the immaturity and carelessness and the dumb statements that don't even make sense to justify their dumb decisions. On top of years of already, and you get used to it. That's how you're able to just. It's okay, much love and understanding. Not going to give anyone a hard time about it, but we do think it's important to let them know how horrible that is, and that we at least take a moment to try to register with them just for a minute or two why they think some of the decisions they make are safe and why they don't seem to care about putting other people in danger. Yeah, that's fine. Done and over with. We think it's important to do that. If they have a problem with it, that's fine. Well, I'm sorry, but it's totally evil. And we just wouldn't feel right not letting them know. And that's the least we can do, right? Everything else is completely out of our control. At least trying to bring it to their attention and letting them know how horrible and disgusting this is. Yeah, I think that's important. We have 4 children here. Our youngest 2 are in the hands of a sick punk pedophile and his mentally ill mother. Yet when you look at the history here and what's been happening, and the child abuse with his other child, and how they said, yeah, the little brat probably deserved it, and his mom's a crazy kook too. So right, when you understand we've already heard that come out of these same mouths, for us to, tell them, okay, that's just disgusting, you're a stupid cunt, sick pig, and you're probably going to burn in hell forever and ever. Just my opinion, sorry, I mean, mother, grandmother, father, holy vessel, saint of all saints, I don't care who you are. That's evil, and we're going to let you know it. Much love, health, and peace all. It was a nice day, yes. Nice and sunny. Probably go out, get some more sun. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, I got my shaggy hair today, yes. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, we like doing this. It's neat how it changes too, the colors throughout the day, depending on how the sun's shining. Can you pop it with, watch this, if you pop it with the camera. I know I've shown you this, but I didn't show you this today. Watch. Ready, wait. Did you hear it? Hold on, let me pour some more bubbles. Blow some more. Sounds funky. Sure. Yes, I have it right here. Oh, I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Oh, yes, I do. The Personality Book. How to Improve Your Personality by Reading. Yes, we love this book. So right now in class, some are explaining to some other students who are new. Just people in my schizophrenic world, too. It does make me sad. Yeah, none of that exists to her at all. Nothing online is real. None of it's real. No, she doesn't think any of you exist at all. And anyone I listen to, whether it's Jordan Peterson, Dr. Campbell, Neil Oliver, no matter who I listen to or say, wow, I like their opinions, or the stuff they talk about is even if I just say the stuff they talk about is interesting. Oh, they're probably fucking crazy too. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's like they just are so horrible and horrible till it pushes you to calling them a name. We're getting upset and reacting, and then someone needs to do something about your disrespect. It's insane. I know. We do the best we can. That's on. This is the drama chapter, of course. I don't have my other bookmark out here. That's okay. It's okay. Let's see. To select a book of drama has reading just doesn't occur to the average reader. If he chanced to find such a volume, he would, like as not, lay it aside with the comment of the high school girl I knew who always dropped difficult books with a grimace and the exclamation, "Oh, serious?" Yet on the historical side, I read that weird? I did, didn't I? You want me to reread that? To select a book of drama has reading. To select a book of drama has reading just doesn't occur to the average reader. If he chanced to find such a volume, he would, like as not, lay it aside with a comment of the high school girl I knew who always dropped difficult books with a grimace and the exclamation, "Oh, serious?" Okay, so most people look at drama as, yeah, right, like I'm gonna read that. Get it? Yes, makes sense. It depends, I guess, what world you're in. Other worlds, they might be fighting over it, right? I've done a lot of different classes over the years, and depending, they might be fighting over it or not want anything to do with it. Share appropriately. No, you go first. No, you go first. That's funny. Yet on the historical side, it is quite questionable that any man can appreciate or judge the drama without some knowledge of its great past. The drama is not like Topsy. It can't stay. I just growed. It has ancestors, and it also has standards of greatness against which every play you see or read about can be measured. Some of our best dramatic critics know this only too well in rare moments of vision, and in looking over the field of modern drama are forced to say it has George Jean Nathan once did. While on the subject of the heart, previous words may be paraphrased. The latter-day English playwrights have seldom plumbed it much beneath the modish Bond Street waistcoat that covers it. The latter-day French, with few exceptions, traditionally and habitually appear to confuse it with an organ biologically somewhat less ecclesiastical. The Nazi aesthetes? What does that say? Aesthetes ascetes. The Nazi ascetes identify its beat with that of the swastika. The ascetes of the Soviet generally either view it as a political organ or loftily dismiss it as an uneconomical wart. The Hungarians, before radical edict robbed them of their pens, seemed to think that its beat was most often in three-quarter time, and that every pale boulevard Emperor Jones was helplessly tom-tommed by it into a lady's arms, or our American playwrights usually interpreted either in terms of Cab Calloway's baton, or a lace valentine, or make wisecracks about it. Those who know nothing of the great past of the drama are at a total loss when voicing any criticism at all. Perhaps part of the distaste for reading plays comes from many books of rather dreary literary plays of the 19th and early 20th century. These heavy volumes were forced on the public under the names of closet dramas by the critics and pundits. They were well named closet drama, for most of them should be confined to the amusement reading of privy councillors. Their depths are the merest false drama, and the background of the events is either pompous or trivial. Their language is usually about as lively as an epic poem written by sophomore high school girls or Oscar Wilde's mother. The genuine drama of our tradition is exciting reading. It will not put you to sleep, but will rather electrify you and make both your imagination and genuine feeling come to life. If you are going to read in the field of Greek drama, for example, you must find a suitable text to read from. You won't find it ordinarily in the Loeb classics or the everyman libraries. In these, the language is not direct and pointed. It halts, walks about the shrubbery, and imitates Shakespeare, Shelley, or any poet but the Greeks. For your first sampling, it would be well for you to get the sensitively edited text of Dudley Fitts, published by the Dial Press in 1947. In this splendid edition of plays, you will get a translation which gives you something of the genuine power of Greek drama. A liveliness of phrase is there, as in Clytemnestra's exclamation, "O loveless rooms alive with death." But with this difference, the Greeks used no phrase or figure for more ornamentation, but to forward action. You will find also that in this edition of plays, Greek insight lending wings to your own intuitions is such memorable lines as these. Alas, poor men, their destiny, when all goes well the shadow will overthrow it. If it be unkind, one stroke of a wet sponge blots all the picture out, and that is far the most unhappy thing of all. Or, one word makes all those difficulties disappear. That word is love. Should reading of Greek drama be a new excursion for you, learn to establish the characters of any particular drama in your mind before you begin the reading. Look up the characters of the play and the gods involved in Bulfinch's mythology, or some of the other good books on mythology. If you fail to do this, it is difficult to see the characters or to understand the possibilities. You may, as you read, in fact,
be somewhat in the state of the two stenographers described in one of Irrepressible Smith's books, who were looking at the heroic nude statue of Prometheus in Rockefeller Center. Who is supposed to be? Who's it supposed to be? Asked one girl of the other. Don't be a dope, Hazel, replied her friend. That's promiscuous. In reading Greek plays, you will need to know in advance something of your characters, and it is also advisable to know something about the locale of the drama, the city in which the action takes place, and the type of background against which the players show themselves. It is well to remember that Troy, Oklahoma, and the Asiatic Troy are different in atmosphere. The connection between them comes from the changeless character of the men and women in both cities, and the ultimate ends which today, as in the past, make tragedy or comedy valid. Alexander Bloch, who was more than competent to set himself up as a judge of drama, denied there was any spectacle left in modern drama. He thought Chekhov's plays were penny readings of a gloomy kind, Gorky's plays short stories gone wrong, Bernard Char's plays overgrown pamphlets, the whole of the modern French stage intolerable, with the exception of Rostand. What he wanted was Molière, Shakespeare, Punch and Judy. The thoughts in the preceding discussion, which have been brought forward in the hope of assisting you in reading Greek plays, applies with equal force in the reading of all drama. You will want a text which is uncluttered with footnotes and the high hurdles of scholarship. If you are reading translations of Corneille or Racine or Caldron or Claudel, you will require texts which carry the full flavor of their thought. You need a direct and lively reading, as current has our own speech. Anything else is a snare, a delusion, and a soporific. The same thing applies to Shakespeare, Johnson, and the Elizabethans. Cute texts, which ape the old printing, are fenced in with glosses and footnotes, may be left to the admiration of those who are more interested in the past than the play. Above all, don't attempt to read a book of great plays as you would read a novel. I have a friend who takes an omnibus edition of Shakespeare's work on his vacation every year. He starts at page 1 and reads the plays to the end. But he is a master of concentration and loves Shakespeare's phrasing with a purple passion. For the average reader, it is sufficient to read a play or a scene at a time in order to visualize how the people looked, what they wore, and what their times were like. After a little this will be unnecessary. After a little, this will be unnecessary. The march of ideas, the action, and the pungent phrases will carry you forward in a world which is as timeless as men in any age, staring at those implacable, final things which confront you today and the joys and sorrows of your life. Page 137. Thank you for requesting. It's a good book. Oh, page 127. I'll read that paragraph. No one can study the standard translations of the classics, the aspect of their work, which perforce reaches the greatest number of people, without being struck by the killing artificially that pervades them. It is as though there were fixed conventions for rendering the ancient text. For serious prose, imitate the Bible and Sir Thomas Browne. For poetry, mix Swinburne with Shelley in lyric passages, assorted Elizabethans in the dramatic. The bookish pastiche that results enforces the unkind assumption that the translator has been guided chiefly by the principle de mortiis nil nisi mortium. Don't say anything of the dead, but the dead. At any rate, one must be an imaginative reader, indeed, who can perceive the living light through the gloom of jargon. Thought is lost in a torrent of mannerisms. I'm glad, thank you. Yes, I know, it makes us sad too. Yes, yeah, nothing different really than any other day. All is good. It can be a little disturbing sometimes, the responses. Yeah, thank goodness, the awareness and stuff we're well aware of. It's just in those moments we think it's important to kind of just wonder why sometimes people make the decisions they do and ask them if they feel like that was a good decision. And when you get those kind of responses from grown adults, yes, that is very scary, especially when you already look at the past events. We're at peace, it's okay. It makes us sad. I think a little bit of anger arises, but that isn't towards them really. It's a lot of sadness, just sadness. Even when they get angry, in their responses, they let out some anger sometimes, and just stupid, sarcastic remarks that don't even make sense. Ridiculous justification. Makes us sad. The anger from us is the innocent children being abused, hostages, war that happens from that kind of ignorance. I know it seems right, but to zero in and understand just the simplicity, and when you're dealing with people who do those kind of things and talk to people who do those kind of things, and yeah, and we even have access to it now on social media. Almost anyone can go on, even just YouTube. There's a lot of different channels where people can listen to other people who do those kind of things, see body footage, get an understanding as to what some people deal with every day. Right, so when there are things happening near and dear that we believe, okay, and actual things really happening, even if you want to take the very serious concerns we have and scuttle that off to the side like they do, there's still a lot of very serious concerns that should be addressed that they seem to completely not even care about and roll their eyes about, which is really angering. It is very angering. And the anger, again, it's not towards them. All you can do is love them and understand. Yeah, and we apologize for asking. Yeah, we apologize. We think it's important in those kind of situations to ask. Yeah, and regardless, just listen to the response, and no need to respond to that. That's usually what they want, and sometimes why they respond so grotesquely, because they want you to respond in a way. It's very disturbing. Oh, we've been doing this for a while. That's very much those kind of responses. And when they're throwing out a lot of bullet, antagonistic statements in there with the blatant ignorance on top of it, yeah, that's somebody looking for a response. Which just, again, it puts gross on top of gross. It hurts your heart. And all you can do, you care for them, you care for the people around, and all you can do is smile. Though your heart is aching. Smile. Did you see the plane earlier? I tell you, a plane was going by, and then I thought it was a cloud at first, but there was something behind it, and I was like, some new kind of plane or something. I don't know, it was really cool. It almost looked like a kind of a cloud, and then I realized it was moving, and it was behind the plane. And the plane went off this way, and that was making the plane noise, and the other thing went off kind of the other direction. Oh no, nothing too crazy. I think it was just a cool kind of a plane or some kind of drone or something. It was really neat looking. Couldn't even hear it either. It was totally silent. Whatever it was awesome. Nothing to be scared of. It felt safe. It's good to lean in that direction. I mean, if you can go either way with that kind of thing, you might as well lean the good way, right? If you have a choice. Speaking of planes, there's another one. We're right by the airport, so we get a lot of air traffic. Yes, it is more reading in a little bit. Much love, health, and peace.